I tell the people at St. Andrew. What? Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, this is the first piece in Plan B, and it's called Ham of God. And without certain kinds of mics, I pop my peas. I'm called a pea popper by people that are taping me. So, would that one be a lot less pea popping? Or would it be about the same? Okay, I'm just a pea popper, and I'm sorry, I'll stand a little bit away. And you can still hear in the back, Phil? Okay. I was 52 a couple weeks ago. This first story takes place on my 49th birthday, which is April 10th. On my 49th birthday, I decided that all of life was hopeless, and I would eat myself to death. These are desert days. Better to go out by our own hands than to endure slow death by scolding at the hands of the Bush administration. However, after a second cup of coffee, I realized that I couldn't kill myself that morning, not because it was my birthday, but because I promised to get arrested the next day. I had been arrested 3 weeks earlier with an ecumenical bunch of religious peaceniks, people who still believe in Dr. King and Gandhi. Also, my back was out. I didn't want to die in crone mode. Plus, there wasn't any food in the house, so how could I eat myself to death? So I took a long, hot shower instead and began another day of being gloated to death. Everyone I know has been devastated by Bush's presidency, and in particular, our country's military activities overseas. I can usually manage a crabby hope that there is meaning in mess and pain, that more will be revealed, and that truth and beauty will somehow win out in the end. But I'd been struggling as my birthday approached. So much has been stolen from us by Bush, from the very beginning of his reign, and especially since he went to war in Iraq. I wake up some mornings pinned to the bed by the centrifugal force of sadness and frustration. A friend called to wish me happy birthday, and I remember something she'd said many years ago while reading a Vanity Fair article about Hitler's affair with his niece. I have had it with Hitler, Peggy said, throwing the magazine to the floor. And I had it with Bush. Hadn't the men in the White House ever heard of the word karma? They lied their way into taking our country to war, crossing another country's borders with ferocious military might, trying to impose our form of government on a sovereign nation without any international agreement or legal justification, and then set about killing the desperately poor on behalf of the obscenely rich. Then we're instructed, like naughty teenagers, to refrain from saying that it was an immoral war that set a disastrous precedent, because to do so was to offer aid and comfort to the enemy. While I was thinking about all this, my Jesuit friend, Father Tom, called. He's one of my closest friends, a few years older than I, a scruffing, aging Birkenstock type like me, who gives lectures and leads retreats on spirituality. Usually he calls to report on the latest rumors of my mental deterioration, drunkenness, or promiscuity, and how sick it makes everyone to know that I am showing all my lady parts to the neighbors.